Hi there, out there in Nettie land. So today's Friday, September 4th, and it's Labor Day weekend. Can you believe it? It's been almost 1 year since Nettie started coming out and telling you little things about me and, well, just doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? Well, I've had so much fun, and, I've been kind of on a little hiatus, although here's the secret. It wasn't any rest time, that's for sure, because you know what I've been doing? Planning. What am I going to do for the second season? Second season? Doesn't that sound official? Well, that's what Jimmy says he's supposed to do. Jimmy's here. He's 6 feet away with his mask on, his COVID mask. And, just for those who might be new, well, Jimmy is my next-door neighbor geek. His name is Jimmy the Geek, and he does all my electronics. He gets me set up with all these fancy gadgets just to tell you, well, whatever I have to tell you. Who would have known? So, anyway, he's also my paper boy. He's not in college anymore. I found that out last year, that he'd been graduated for 10 years. Well, he still delivers my newspaper. What am I supposed to think? I've been tipping him. Because you know what? I still think he's got student loans to pay. So today I'm right here on my deck while we can. It's a kind of an overcast day, but it's a balmy breeze. Even though it doesn't look that sunny, it's just wonderful out here. And I decided to have coffee time today with all of you because it's really, really a different time for Nettie. And so besides the fact that I've got a few new things planned and I'm working on how to get this gig out in the world, like, you know what? I shouldn't say Facebook because they might edit me. FB has algorithms that don't get out to people. Like if all my friends have been watching only through Facebook, well, FB catches on to that. And they changed algorithms so you're not getting it. Do you know that Nettie does 2 videos a week just for you? Well, it's for everybody. So, if you're on FB looking for me and you can't find me, or you just expect me to pop into your feed, well, ain't gonna happen. You know what? 1 to 2 to 3% of the people that have liked my page are getting my videos. I have over 100 videos on YouTube and on momentswithnettie.com. What, you say? Well, yes, that's just it. That's what I said too, because I work really hard. I work really hard to get my message out. My message is really how to love one another and keep the message of love and how we respond in love out there, because that's what we need right now. So, let's just do this little ad. Ad time, Jimmy! Are you having trouble seeing Nettie on Facebook? Well, join the club, because everybody else does too, except for Nettie. So, just look for Moments with Nettie, period. Hashtag Moments with Nettie, and it'll show up. And then, my friend Debbie Flory, just message her. She'll know how to get you there. She's kind of a smart little thing. She knows a lot about a lot of things, not too much about everything. No, well, what she says is she knows a lot about a lot of things, but she doesn't know a lot about only one thing. I don't think that's true. Anyway, so here we go. I think I've been sharing with you that I'm just been diagnosed with what you call that, Jimmy? A genetic disease of the eyeballs. Well, you can't laugh about it, except, Nettie believes that you have to do what you can, not what you can't. So here's what we're doing. I just got back from a COVID test because I'm going to have some surgery next week. And it's just simple. Next week's just cataract surgery. So here's what's going on. I have something called Fuchs disease. Leave it to Nettie to get something that people can make fun of because, Fuchs disease. Well, I don't know if this is appropriate for an old woman to say, but I just tell everybody it's one of those things. If you just go stand in the corner, close your eyes, and just yell really loud, "Hey, disease, fuck off." Oh, well, I apologize. Anyway, so what it is a genetic disease that causes my corneas to die. And so I was told that news, and within seconds, a very gracious doctor told me that I would soon be doing my beautiful art again. Don't worry about it, because there's a surgery for that. Well, he was so great that I never did feel sad about it, because I actually wept with joy for two reasons. One reason is because he can correct it. And although it'll take a while and it's going to be a little bit of a long journey, it's not a scary journey. The other reason is because in that moment I realized just what the donations of loved ones mean, like my nephew who donated his corneas, and my father who wanted to, but he had cancer. You know, I have my eyes on all my organs. On my driver's license, it says donate. And, I'm always going to have it on there as long as I can. I can't donate my corneas any longer, but I will be able to see and do other things. But that's okay. That's okay. This is how it's meant to be. If you can give to someone who needs it, give. Because those of us who receive it, you have no idea how grateful I am that my eyes are going to be working better than they were. And for that, I am so grateful. So, so, so grateful. So now I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of a gift of love. So great that I'll be able to see with a little help from glasses. So anyway, that's what it is. It's a good thing. And you can follow me on my journey, because I don't really know how I'm going to go forward. Isn't it interesting that my first surgery is next Friday, September 11th, which is the 1-year anniversary of my first Nettie. And I kind of think there's something important about that. Whatever it is, it's, sometimes we just have to take things as they come. And Nettie's a good one for that. Do what you can, not what you can't. So what we're going to do is journey like this, maybe for a while. It's been really fun during the summer to sit out here and chat with you. And if I can video something and do something crazy, well, I will. So let me tell you about my COVID test, because that's kind of the stuff I'll probably be doing, is sharing my little whatevers throughout the week. Let me have a sip of my good coffee. Next time, have yours ready. So, I drove up in the hospital, and the road to the hospital is closed, and you have to go in there and say you're just going to the hospital, and then you get into the hospital. It's a drive-through COVID test, and I can't find any sign, so I have to call the hospital. Well, it's just one of those things. Finally, I get in line, and I got 2 minutes to my test, and I've heard all these things in the news, and people talking about, they stick the stick clear back your nose, and it feels like they're tickling your tonsils. And, well, most people don't have mine, do. But, so, I didn't know what to think, but I decided, what? All the stuff we go through in life, by the time you've reached my age, there's not much that can, surprise you. Well, this didn't. Well, it did. It surprised me, and it surprised the COVID tester. She was a nice nurse. And she explained what she's going to do. And she goes, it's just kind of uncomfortable. It's just going to go way back there. I kind of turned around and looked to see how far it could go. Well, anyway, she put the first one. She goes, now just keep breathing through your mouth. So, she's putting it in there. And it's going up as far as it can go. And you know what happened? I started laughing my head off. Well, I couldn't. I had to sit there and laugh like this. And she goes, what's the matter? She took that swab out of the left side, and she goes, "What's the matter?" And I go, "It tickles like sin." She goes, "Oh, really?" "Yeah, it does." "So, is that all?" "No, we got to do the other side." "Oh, so here we go." And she sticks it up, and I'm trying really hard to be I'm trying really hard to be kind of like adult, mature. I couldn't. It tickles. You know when a bug tries to keep climbing up your nose? Well, that's what it was like. It gets, as much as this, you want to do this, when a bug's trying to fly up your nose, it still tickles. So here was this swab trying to fly up my nose, and it tickled, and I just laughed. And she goes, "I've never had anybody ever say it tickled." I go, "Well, they were too focused on the negative they've heard about it." And honest, if you have to have a COVID-19 test, don't be afraid. It's pretty simple and it's really quick. I was out of there in a minute. So it's, what happens is that people start putting out their experiences. Well, I guess that's what I'm doing. But they put out their experiences. And you know what? Their experiences aren't necessarily going to be yours. And part of it's attitude. A simple little swab, a little bit of discomfort or tickle, and it's over with. And it's not just for you. It's for everybody around you. It's so my doctors will feel safe. It's so my doctor's patients after me will feel safe. It's for our own good. And there's so many things we have to do in life that are just not really comfortable, but we just kind of push through it. Well, this one was kind of fun. It was a little uncomfortable, but I've had swabs in other places that didn't feel any better. We won't go into that. So look, everybody have a good attitude about what you're going through, and you can be a good supporter of Nettie as we go through whatever's coming up with this eye surgery. 4 eye surgeries, 1 cataract surgery, and 1 corneal transplant surgery. Getting no better, 1 cataract surgery, and 1 corneal transplant surgery. It's going to be a journey, and you're going to just take it with me. So thank you for being my followers for a year, and happy Labor Day weekend. And, don't lie about wanting a COVID test and having to get one because you just want to tickle your nose. That's not what this was about. This is about having a good attitude and being joyful in life and finding the best in all things. What the world needs now is love. And that's what we're here for. Be a first responder in love. Be the light. And always remember, eyes or not, tickling nose or not, Nettie loves you. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe to Sermonetties on your favorite podcast provider. Sermonetties every single Sunday. Bye-bye.